Okay guys, sorry about that. I was explaining how I didn't know what was normal or not normal during my cycle, and after reading this book, Taking Charge of Your Fertility, I had a such a better understanding of what was going on with my body as a woman. Um, and even though with polycystic ovary syndrome, my body doesn't always do what it's supposed to do, um, there are some things that it does do that's right. And when by reading this book, I totally could understand why I was experiencing certain things. And then I was able to pinpoint what wasn't normal, and I was more able to go to my doctor and say, look, I know I have polycystic ovary syndrome. These are my biggest concerns. I've noticed this or that or whatever. I also learned how to chart my basal body temperature through this book, and it's something that I do every morning now and I keep track of. And every time I go to my doctor, I take my charts with me and we look over them and discuss the changes that I'm noticing. So it's a great book. I highly recommend it for any woman or girl who is going to be or maybe is asking questions about her body now. This is a great way for a mother and a daughter, or an aunt and a niece, or a grandma and a granddaughter to discuss the changes that are going on in her body. I definitely recommend reading this book alongside your child, because there are some things in the book that you might not want to share with a 13-year-old girl. It does talk about having sex and your partner and this and that. It does discuss things like that. So I would recommend looking over it yourself, maybe highlighting the things you do want to share with her, or making little notes. Do not read with my child, so you can skip right over that. But it is full of great information. And I picked up that, okay, sorry guys, that one is by Toni Weschler, midwife. I think she's a midwife. So yeah, she really good. But this is an older edition. I think this is like, I'm trying to find it. I don't see it, of course, on here. But it is an older edition of the book. I have 2 copies of this. I have this one, and I have the older edition, the newer edition, the 10th edition. And I am planning to do this in a giveaway sometime soon. So just keep your eyes open for that, and hopefully you'll win it, because it's a great book. All right. Sorry, hold on, guys. Okay, so the next book is The Parents' Answer Book. This book is huge, you guys. It's hardbound, and it's got a ton of information. I mean, this is ridiculous. I got it for $1 at the Friends of the Library bookstore. And normally, I'm trying to look to see here if there's a price on it. Probably not. It might be one of those books that you normally would get for free from a doctor, or maybe just order straight from the Parent magazine, so there's not really a price on it. But anyways, I was stoked to find this book. It's a little beat up, but I don't care. It just says like literally everything. Again, it's more like a textbook for you to read through and find stuff, but I can't even begin to tell you all the information this has. But if you have a baby, I think it's a great book. If you can find it somewhere, I'm sure you can get it on eBay or Amazon or something. I'm sure it's accessible somewhere. But great book. I've kind of glanced through it a little bit. Tons of information. So check that one out. That is actually a Golden Books Parents Library. And it's I don't think it's any specific author, but it says that it has a foreword by Anne Pleshette Murphy. She's the editor-in-chief for the Parents magazine. See down there. And it's just really cool. So, and it's from ages birth through age 5, so it covers a lot of things. Okay. This one is a book that I got, I believe, yeah, at my local library, and I wanted to tell you guys about this too, because I think it's really cool. At my local libraries here in San Diego, if you go into the children's library area, there is these like turquoise boxes that say, sorry guys, hold on. They say First 5 California, so I don't know if you guys have something like this in other areas, but in the box there's a whole bunch of resources and information for first-time parents. So if you're expecting a baby soon, or if you've just recently had a child, or maybe even an older child, this would be a good thing for you to get. It's free. The library will just give you the kit. It's a little box. And this is one of the books that you get for free in it. It's What to Do When Your Child Gets Sick. And it's pretty basic. You'll see, like, this is about pink eye. It's not, not too detailed. But sometimes it's overwhelming to get too much information, and this kind of breaks it down pretty basic. I picked this book up. Oh, I got this as a, I'm sorry guys. I got this as a free resource from my employer. They have a website that I can go to get books, books and other types of materials for my work, because I work with children with disabilities. And but this is a book that you can buy at the store. You can buy on Amazon or YouTube. So, I mean, YouTube, eBay. So you could definitely find it out there. It is the Caring for Your Baby and Young Child, Birth to Age 5. It's another just packed with information. Talks about discipline, sleeping, cognitive development, basic care, vision, and it goes by stage. So the book starts in the birth, around birth, infant age, and then increases up to age 5 throughout the book. So really good book. It is by, I'm not even going to read them all to you. I'll just hold it up. Okay. So, some doctors helped write that, it looks like. I got this book a long time ago, like back when I was in high school, and I just had a big interest in working with kids. And it was recommended to me by some of the adults that were kind of mentoring me in my church. And I really thought it was a great book, and I've actually picked it up and started rereading it now since I'm 10 years older than that. And I thought it'd be good. And that is The 5 Love Languages of Children by Gary Chapman and Ross Campbell. It's a great, great book. It talks about all the different types of love that people can have. Like some people feel love by spending quality time with them. Some people feel love by hearing words of affirmation, or by receiving gifts, or by acts of service, or by actually physically being touched, by getting a hug, or a pat on the back, or a high five. So it talks about all those different personalities, and if you know that a certain child has that personality, how you can nurture them with the type of love that they respond to, and how it can help you build a better relationship with with your child or children that you work closely with. And the next book is Baby 411. It's the 2nd edition. This book, I've never seen it before out in the market, but it looks really cool. It is clear answers and smart advice for your baby's first year. And the author is Denise Fields and Ari Brown. Okay. And again, just another book full of information, you guys. Full of it. I mean, it's pretty much questions and answers. It says, like, occasionally my baby will throw up his whole feeding. Should I worry? And then it gives an answer. And then it gives, like, red flags about vomiting, things that, if you're seeing this when your baby's throwing up, you should be concerned and take your child to the doctor. So, just kind of a fun, cool book. Got that for $1 at the Friends of Library. And I got this at the Friends of Library also, and it is Baby Signs. I used to know sign language much better than I know it now, but I took beginning and intermediate sign language, and I also took a free community sign language course with my aunt, and I firmly believe that it's great to teach your children some basic signs as they're growing from infant all the way into the first few years of life, because babies really do are able to communicate. They just can't talk a lot when they're babies. So I think it's a great way if you want to be able to communicate with your child before they're able to actually create words and speak to you and tell you exactly what they want or need, or to start using manners like please and thank you as early as 8 to 10 months old. I mean, it's very basic, but it's definitely there, and you definitely can feel a connection with your child. So I think it's really cool. And this book definitely just covers literally very basic signs for your baby. You know, most of the babies that they show in the pictures are, you know, probably a year to 3 years old, and some of them look like they might even be a little younger than that. So I think this is a really cool book. It is by Linda Acrodolo and Susan Goodwin, and with also Doug Abrams, and I'll show those there so you can see. And I just think it's really cool. I love it. I will teach my babies sign language someday when I have them. Basic sign language. I don't use sign language on a daily basis myself, but I think it would be a cool way to communicate with my child before they can talk. So those are all the ones I have right now, and because I am recording this directly from the computer onto YouTube, it's only allowing me to upload 15-minute videos. So I'm going to stop here instead of going to try to find my other book. But my other book was just, it was a cool book about using food and science together to create fun, edible science activities for older kids. So I just thought, oh, that'd be a fun one to show. But I don't know exactly where it is, and I don't want to waste a few minutes on here while I'm gone looking for that book. But maybe another time I will share it with you guys. And stay tuned, because I'm going to do a quick update on where I'm at in my cycle and with my trying to conceive journey. Also, if you haven't seen my giveaway video yet, the last video that I posted prior to my book stash videos was a giveaway video for the Pre-Seed product. So I highly recommend checking that out. You just need to like Pre-Seed on Facebook, and you need to subscribe to my channel. And once you've done that, you just post a comment on the giveaway video letting me know that you've done both. And after I verified that you have, I will put you on the list for the giveaway. So check it out, and hopefully, you know, I will keep in touch with you guys, and let me know if you have any questions about any of those books, and I'll definitely be happy to answer them. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.